We have done well, this leaf bear, Branch Star meowed, his dark pelt sleek and well-groomed. The cats of Branch Clan were gathered for another meeting under Black Rock. Branch Star, as he always did, stood among his clanmates on the cave floor, where he could look each cat in the eyes as he spoke. Although he was clan leader, he preferred to stay at the same level as his clanmates during the meetings. Most of the clan cats remained gathered around by his side, though Bearglow often found a high ledge to stand on so he could see above the other cats' heads, and the kits often played with pebbles in the edges of the cave during the meeting. Of course, our success isn't due to luck, but the hard work of each and every member of Branch Clan. In particular, Stonekit. Stonekit jumped as his clan leader and father said his name. Branch Star narrowed his eyes with amusement, then nodded at the young kit. After all, although Stonekit is still a kit and belongs in the nursery, he has worked hard to find rocks and stones to feed the stone creature, and has been able to convince it to bring us many fish. Stonekit glanced down at his feet and fidgeted nervously as the Branch Clan cats meowed out their praise and thanks, a shy smile on his face. Still, although Stonekit and Wildkit are almost old enough to leave the nursery as apprentices, they are still kits, and we shouldn't rely on his connection with the stone creature too much. So it is important that we acknowledge Otterslip and Sea Whisper, our two best fisher cats, for helping our prey pile to remain so abundant. And so delicious, Quail-Eye meowed out, amused purrs rippling through the group of cats. Branch Star glanced at his old friend with a patient look and waved his tail for silence. Even so, before we begin hunting today, I want Otterslip and Sea Whisper to share any advice they may have about hunting among the tide pools. While the warriors listened to Branch Star discuss hunting techniques, the kits' attention began to wander, and they began playing with one another behind the other cats' backs. Dawnstep, who rarely hunted, yawned widely and began grooming herself. And from the ledge at the edge of the cave, the medicine cat Bearglow watched Stonekit with narrow eyes glinting from the shadows, just the tip of his tail twitching in thought. "You're going out again?" Dawnstep hissed, her fur bristling with frustration. Branch Star sighed and glanced over his shoulder at his mate. "Yes," he meowed, his voice unfailingly patient as he always was with his ginger-dappled mate. "The clan is growing, but we could use more warriors among our ranks, especially if rumors of new cats at Moss Clan are true. We have less warriors than they do, and it's important to see if there are any other cats at the farm who want to join our clan, especially since we have enough prey to feed more mouths." "But you are always going out on patrols or busy with training lately," Dawnstep growled, her adding an edge to her voice. "It is like you never have enough time to spend with me anymore." Branch Star purred softly and nuzzled his mate. "I know it's hard to see right now, but everything I do is for you. Be patient, and I promise I will make more time to spend with you. And don't worry, I'll leave Quail-Eye here to protect you and the kits while we're gone." "I can protect us myself," Dawnstep hissed, though the statement sounded hollow even to her own ears. With a hiss, she turned and stalked away through the sands, her fur still bristling. Branch Star sighed and looked to his deputy, Quail-Eye. "Keep an eye on her, would you?" Quail-Eye shot a worried glance at his mate, Otterslip, as she, Branch Star, and Sea Whisper prepared to leave for the farm. Why couldn't Otterslip stay safe behind too? With a sigh, he nodded, flicking his tail in a friendly manner to his leader. "Of course." Hello everyone, and welcome back to The Sims 3 Warrior Cats Challenge. And today we have come back to Branch Clan to see what they are up to here on the edge of the sea. And we actually have Otterslip, Sea Whisper, and Branch Star. Ah, yes, we may have caught a fish. Otterslip, Sea Whisper, and Branch Star currently hunting and doing a little bit of morning hunts, trying to get enough fish to feed the clan before they get ready to leave on a special mission. Because Branch Star actually wants to bring his cats over. Let's see. Ooh, and he caught a tuna. Yes, good job, Branch Star. Did you catch another one? Huzzah! More fish! Good, good, good. But yeah, we're going to let them each try hunting 3 times. And then they're going to leave on a special mission over to the farm. So that, yes, and Quail-Eye. What? Quail-Eye, where are you? What are you doing where you have improved your hunting skill? Oh, he's apparently training with like Bearglow. I guess that he would feel like Bearglow has some unexpected fighting techniques that he's learning. Yes, and there's more koi fish. And Bear Glow like pees in Quill-Eye's general direction. That's fine. That's fine. I'm sure that's normal. But yeah, now that these ones, oh my gosh, and that means 3 fish. Branch Star has just fished a fish for each of his successful hunts. So that is really, really good. Now that they are working on getting some fish so they can leave the fresh prey pile nice and full, they're actually going to head up to the farm in just a moment here so that they can try to recruit some new cats to Branch Clan, which should be pretty darn interesting. So let's let the others finish up their last 2 hunts. And as you could see, Quill-Eye is not that happy to be left behind, but he is the deputy, so he is going to be in charge of making sure the cats are all safe and happy. Yes, Otterslip caught a goldfish. Did you get anything, Sea Whisper? No, nothing from Sea Whisper. Oh man, so Sea Whisper did the worst. The other cats, let's see, Branch Star did the best with 3 fish, and then Quill-Eye, or Otterslip, excuse me, they look so similar, I get them mixed up sometimes, managed with another couple fish, so they're good to go. I wonder if they want to say goodbye. Oh, see, and sniff Trout Shadow. I think Otterslip really wants to see if Trout Shadow can come and join the clan because she's all into fish, and Trout Shadow got Trout Shadow's name because Trout Shadow also enjoys fish, so we'll have to see. Alright, and Sea Whisper just wants to maybe playfully chase Bear Glow, and let's see, Quill-Eye freak out apparently, so I think he's just having a bit of a freak out because he's in charge. And let's see, Branch Star kind of looks like he wants to sniff his kits before we leave, so let's let him do that. And then he's going to start heading off in the general direction of the farm with Sea Whisper and Otterslip so that they can all kind of go together. All right, let's see. And actually, he wants to kind of sniff Moonkit, but Moonkit's asleep. So I think he's a little bit curious about the cat of prophecy that they've gotten. So here, Stonekit, you go ahead and pee here really quickly. I'm going to make your dad come over here so that he can give you a good sniff. I think it's kind of cute how Branch Star has started developing more of a relationship with his kits, as should happen. But he does need to watch out because his mate Dawnstep is pretty darn unhappy that she's been so forgotten lately because of the business of having to run a clan. And we have heard that story before. Dang it, he's off to eat. Well, we can't interrupt him or else we'll break the fish. So, all right. Wildkit's snoozing, so we need to wake her up so that she can use the bathroom and get some food, or else she's going to get pretty sick soon. And actually, she shouldn't pee inside of the cave. She should at least come outside of this gigantic sandbox that is all of the sand if she's going to use the litter box somewhere. All right, so I guess that's that. Where's Dawnstep? She's over there chit-chatting, being sniffed, and oh look, she wants to be best friends with Nightfrost. That's so cool. She's over here hanging out with Nightfrost, probably fussing about how she doesn't get to go and how like Branch Star is leaving to go do something, and that's okay. So we're gonna have to just trust that Branch Star and the other cats will be able to make it. Go here with, let's see, Otterslip and Sea Whisper. And that's going to be a long journey. So we're going to hopefully see the cats be able to get all the way out to the farm safely. And we'll check in with them as they are making their way through their territory across the Thunder Paths to make sure that they're okay. But I think that Dawnstep would kind of give her mate a little bit of the silent treatment because she's annoyed at him for leaving. So we'll let these two kind of socialize. Sniff. I don't think they're friendly enough. Are you guys friendly enough? She could maybe share tongues with her for a little while. So we'll see if that pans out. I think Nightfrost might be a little bit surprised by the relationship that she started to be building up with Dawnstep. Cloudpelt, Wrenfeather. There's so many cats that could potentially join Branch Clan. And we are going to see if we can add 1 or 2 in. We might even do another vote. So you might need to check and make sure there's no straw poll hidden in the video description for voting which cats might come. It's really going to depend on the cats that Branch Star and the others kind of build a relationship with. All right, so let's see what Bear Glow's up to. He's sniffing some kits. Oh no, and there's like a venomous snake. And again, the Scarlet King snake is not venomous in real life, but we pretend they are here in the game. So once Quill-Eye stops freaking out, I could see how he would be like, I need to go over and make sure the kits are safe and not going to get involved with that snake. So we might have him go and check on that in a little bit. For now, he's apparently training pretty fiercely with Bear Glow. Oh my gosh, and Bear Glow wants to snuggle in the pet bed with Moonkit. That's kind of adorable. But I actually want him... Does he want to sniff... That's Otterslip, and this is Quill-Eye. He wants to sniff little Stonekit. And Bear Glow's been keeping a close eye on Stonekit lately, trying to make sure he knows what he's up to. All right, and where's Dawnstep? She's off. Oh, is she really grooming? Yay! All right, so these two are getting along. That makes me super happy. All right, and how are we going with crossing Thunder Paths? and making sure the cats don't get hit by cars. We can't follow him all the time, the whole distance, but we can follow him a little bit. All right, there goes. Oh, we gotta be careful. This is where Silverfang got hit, and we don't want any of our cats to be hit by a monster, aka car. So we're gonna let them keep moving. All right, where's Quail-Eye? Or excuse me, Sea Whisper, doing good. And Otterslip, doing good. So they're slowly but surely making their way over to the farm, where they will go and interact with some of the farm cats. That little child just got hit by a car, that's fine. And then we'll see if they are well suited to coming and joining Branch Clan. All right. Oh, and look at this. Grew Moonkit, eh? Eh, Bearglow? Well, I'm sure we can pull that off if Moonkit's awake. She's not awake just yet, but she probably should wake up to eat pretty soon. All right, and where is Quail-Eye? Because I think he would definitely come. Oh, he's out to try to groom one of the kits. Oh my gosh, Quail-Eye, you're adorable. Look at him. It's not even your kit. And you're like, I gotta protect the kits to make sure that they're safe. Well, he is in charge, and that's a pretty good thing. So I think Dawnstep would come over and maybe say something to him about being nice enough to groom her kit. I don't think she'd be too sassy about it, because she would get, he's being nice. All right. So Dawnstep, you go ahead, come over, do a little socialize so that we can thank him for watching after our kits. And Wildkit's like, yes, I'm free. And she's running off to take care of herself. There we go. And then we should probably have you start scratching on things. And then Quail-Eye will have you come over and try catching that dangerous snake. Unless Bearglow's going to try to catch it. No, I think he's just watching. All right, and Slate now has a good chance of catching some new types of fish. Sweet, and actually, Slate's fishing is why we have this new area. I think I showed you guys a few days ago, but I'm going to just show it to you really, really quickly. That's why we have a new pond in the contested area where this... What is a bunch of wild horses doing? Why are all of you here? What are you doing here? Why do our wild horses have mohawks? I don't even know. All right, that's fine. So the wild horses are visiting the contested area. I'm not sure how the cats would bring up the fact that the horses are in their territory with the horses. That's kind of hilarious. Wow, that would be something to report at gatherings. So that territory, the little meadow that like Moss Clan and Branch Clan fights over, is apparently infested with wild horses. But as I was going to say, we added in this pond specifically so that Slate can actually come over here in better weather and do some fishing for freshwater fish too. Because right now he's only going to catch the saltwater fish. But I also learned something that we might use for Branch Clan. And I think a lot of you guys who do the challenges as well are going to think that this is kind of interesting. Is that I don't know which expansion pack it came with, but if you come over and we made like a pond over here, you can actually stock specific kinds of fish to breed inside of ponds, which would be really fun because then you can keep a specific type of fish that you want to make sure you have plenty of, like say something rare that might give your cats a big boost, or say just like lots of fish that would be great for food. You can actually stock them in a pond. So Slate might be able to do that in the future, especially as his relationship with Stonekit continues to grow and flourish. And by the way, look at this. He wants to be best friends with Stonekit. But yeah, Slate might actually be able to stock a pond with fish and have the fish breed there in the future, which would be really interesting. All right, and Branch Star and everybody else are still working their way over. So Quail-Eye, let's have you come and try catching this guy, because we don't want to have what we're going to call a venomous snake nearby. And Quail-Eye, as the deputy, is going to feel like this is his responsibility to take care of. So can you reach it? Oh, that's a little trilobite, sewer trilobite. Apparently the sewer must let out. Maybe we could do something with that if the sewer lets out into the water. Record size trilobite. All right, Quail-Eye. Well, you just be careful. So as you guys may remember, anytime there's a brightly colored snake, we have to roll a random generator and see what happens. Oh, dang it, Moonkit. And Moonkit might come down with the cold. So we're about to roll 2 generators in one. We're going to wake her up. The kits really need to eat. Oh, and is Bearglow going to try to catch this? Interesting. All right, he's trying to catch this hedgehog. Quail-Eye is trying to catch this fish. Yes, this scaly fish. He's trying to catch this snake. So after he's done, if he successfully catches it, then he doesn't have a chance of getting bitten. If he does not catch it, then we have to see if he got bitten by the snake. But it's also dangerous to leave it here. Really? Uh-oh. Let's see what happens. Quail-Eye! Quail-Eye! Dawnstep yowled in fear and panic as the fangs of the bright snake sank into Quaileye's fur. Quaileye hissed and lashed his leg, tossing the snake into the bushes, where it slithered into the shadows and disappeared. Relief flooded Dawnstep as the snake vanished, but it was gone immediately as Quaileye suddenly fell onto his side, his body already jerking in shock as the venom began to spread in his blood. "Bearglow!" Dawnstep howled, rushing to the deputy's side. "Quaileye, don't die! Bearglow is coming! What were you thinking?" Dawnstep hissed and frantically pawed at Quaileye's body, fear rising as he began thrashing harder. "Don't die! You told me you'd keep us safe while Branchstar was gone. You can't die protecting us! You can't!" "Out of my way!" Bearglow's voice roared in Dawnstep's ear a moment before he thrust her away, the glowing purple light of a plasma bug in his mouth. With a furious hiss, he clawed open Quaileye's mouth, a low growl shaking from his body. "Fool! Now I have to use the last plasma bug. You're lucky we can't afford to lose a warrior." Dawnstep shook with shock as Bearglow worked, her mind too stunned to listen to what the medicine cat was growling. Slowly, so slowly, Quaileye stopped thrashing, and his breathing returned to normal, his limp body full of pain and exhaustion. Will he be all right?" Dawnstep whispered, her eyes wide with shock. Bearglow growled softly and bent to grab the warrior by the scruff of the neck. "Yes, he just needs rest now. Tell Nightfrost to resume patrol in his place." Well, the good news is Quaileye isn't dead. The bad news is if we hadn't had a plasma bug, he would be. So on that random generator to decide whether or not a snake is venomous or not, the 5%, 95 to 100 is basically a fatal snake bite. And so that leaves 95% where it's not a fatal snake bite. And there's actually huge percentages where there's no harm done by the snake. And Quaileye rolled a 100, which means that he was going to be dead. He was a very dead cat. He was going to die in vain on the beach, having tried unsuccessfully to chase away a venomous snake from the clan territory. But luckily for him, we had one last plasma bug. Just one. And now we have to get rid of it. So I'm a little bit sad about this, but there goes our last plasma bug. And now we don't have another one. And Bearglow clearly is very upset that he had to use up one of his plasma bugs. So yeah, I don't think Bearglow is happy about that at all, because that's his last plasma bug. And now he doesn't have any new ones. And now he's over there pouncing on Dawnstep. So Dawnstep's really shaken because Quaileye almost died and when he was just trying to do something like protect all of them. And so she's a little bit distressed because there she is, Quaileye being there and having to be in charge of protecting them. She knows this kind of indirectly because of her, because Branchstar is not going to let her be without protection. Branchstar really looks out for her, so he trusts his deputy Quaileye to take very good care of his mate. And there you go, Quaileye almost dies. So her husband, her mate's best friend, almost dies trying to protect her from a snake. So there's the not good news. And now Quaileye, as a result, and now he's got the Scarlet King snake here. Well, that's another one he caught at a different time. That's not one that he caught this time, because he got the feather last time. So now he gets to just sit here and he gets to rest. So Quaileye needs to lay down. I can't quite take away his energy motive for some reason. So he just has to stay, and he's not going to be allowed, definitely for the rest of the day for sure, to come out. He just has to stay in the medicine cat den and rest. Now the good news is Moonkit is a-okay. Oh, and look, she's playing with Wildkit. Moonkit's okay. She had a chance of getting a disease, but she rolled and she didn't get sick, and she took care of her own needs before she got more into the orange and reds. So she's doing fine. And I think now that they kind of lost, they kind of got really scared with almost the loss. And by the way, I know there's so many crystals. It's because we spent so many days with Moss Clan, so a whole bunch of things spawned in here. I removed more of the crystal spawners to try to even it out again. But I think Stonekit is going to go ahead and see if he can entice Slate, because we already collected up a whole bunch of rocks we haven't sold yet. So there's one fish. Let's go ahead and add one fish here. And then let's see, how much is this one worth? This one's worth 3 fish, because you round up. So let's go ahead. We'll put a giant swordfish. That's how big the giant swordfish is. And an anchovy down. And then this one's worth 1 fish. So we'll sell all of these and leave Mr. Slate to continue with his apparently success at catching mostly sea sludge. And then they'll be okay there. Looks like Wildkit is chasing around Moonkit. So everybody is doing okay over here. And Bearglow is just carrying the feather that resulted from that terrifying snake attack. So yeah, clan life can be very dangerous. And I can't believe Quaileye's terrible luck. So I think Night Frost is kind of going to take it upon herself to sort of step up and maybe do a little bit of hunting and patrolling of the area while they're waiting for the other clan members to come home. And speaking of waiting for them to come home, they've finally reached the farm. So let's switch over to these guys. Oh gosh, we're playing around inside a barn, and we're actually playing around a lot with Wren Feather. So we're going to start trying to learn about some of the cats here at the barn now to see if these are cats that we want to try bringing back to Branch Clan. So we're going to pretty much like clear out of the way. Let's see, Sniff Quail, Sniff Trout Shadow. Trout Shadow comes up a lot, and so does Goose Dust. So Trout Shadow and Goose Dust both come up a lot. Where's Sea Whisper? Sea Whisper is grooming Sea Whisper's self. We'll just pretend you two haven't gone inside the house for crying out loud. Get over here. We're gonna have to see. Where are all the other cats? Get over here, you two. Get out of the house. All right, off to pounce. Oh, there are all the other cats. That's where the other cats are. Okay. Well, we're just gonna pretend like the house is half abandoned, and that's why they're slipping in. They're on an undercover mission. Oh my gosh, there's so many cats. So many cats. Let's see. And you want to interact with Marie. Where is Trout Shadow? So yeah, I think we will kind of leave it up to you guys to decide which cats you think we should add in. There's Otter Slip. Don't you dare beg towards him. You're going to hunt for your own food if you're hungry. And she wants to talk to Trout Shadow too. So let's see if we can find where Trout Shadow has gone, because maybe Trout Shadow is somewhere nearby. Let's come outside. Can we do some hunting in the pond? We cannot. Let's come do some hunting outside, stalk for some prey. And we're going to spend a little bit of time here at the barn. Oh, is that Trout Shadow? Trout Shadow? Trout Shadow! All right, let's go up and do a little bit of socializing with Trout Shadow, actually. Because Trout Shadow seems to be a cat, as well as Hairbelly, that a lot of the cats want to interact with quite often. So we'll have a little poll again. I think we might only pick one cat, maybe two, who can come and join Branch Clan. And this is Trout Shadow. No idea, male or female just yet. I think maybe a male. And short ears, and it has a name that implies that it really likes a lot of fish. So what do we know about Trout Shadow? Let's see. Anything in particular? I don't think we know anything in particular about Trout Shadow. There we go. Trout Shadow is a hunter, quiet and non-destructive. No current mate. No idea what the gender is. I think it's male. All right, and then what is, let's see, what's Branch Star up to? He also wants to sniff Trout Shadow. So I'm going to go ahead, maybe let him sniff Trout Shadow, see how he gets along with him. He wants to play with Sea Whisper, it seems. So we'll come out here, go here. And we'll let him kind of focus on what's currently happening. No, don't be petted, Sea Whisper, for crying out loud. It's just really hard to keep him away from the two legs that are over here. So Sea Whisper, as a younger cat, is feeling super playful right now. Wants to playfully chase Cloud Pelt, Cricket Song, Owl Whisper, Bear Glow. Here comes Otter Slip coming out to see what's going on. And then, yeah, Branch Star actually wants to play with Sea Whisper. So we might let them play for just a moment. Kind of stretch their legs. All right, come over here. Play, pounce. There we go. And we'll kind of interview Trout Shadow. In fact, I think we might just pick Trout Shadow, but we're going to have to see how they get along. And we'll kind of let them stay at the farm for a little while. Meanwhile, Slate is catching like all of the fish, which is a good thing. All right, is that going well? Can you sniff Trout Shadow? All right, there we go. Sniff. Stay back, Royce. Stay back. If you interact with our cats, it's not going to be a good thing. You just leave them alone. All right, so here's Wren Feather. And Wren Feather is a cat that they seem to talk about a lot too. Ooh, master the hunting skill. Ah, that would be so cool. Is there anything we can scratch here? Because I do need to let our cat scratch something. Can you scratch this? Oh, he can scratch the easel. We're going to let him go ahead and scratch the easel. And then we might leave Sea Whisper alone, because she's one of the younger cats and she probably knows more of the cats from over here pretty well. Oh, but look at this. So Cloud Pelt is coming over to sniff. So, or Cloud Pelt was coming over to give her a good sniff. So let's see. She wants to play with Marie. There's also Maple Tail. So we might send her around, if not play. We might send her around, maybe sniff Cloud Pelt. Let's go ahead and socialize for a second. And yeah, you know what? I think we will do another vote to see which cat we're going to add into Branch Clan next. So there's Trout Shadow running on by. Here's Cloud Pelt, who appears to have a bad case of the fleas. Probably something we want to keep in mind. But we do want to sniff Cloud Pelt. Okay. Then Sea Whisper is just going to come over here and take a nap. Sea Whisper probably feels comfortable at the farm still, because this is where most of the cats have come from, is the farm. All right, let's go ahead and sniff. And then Bear Glow, or not Bear Glow, sorry about that. Branch Star is having a great time destroying this easel. You go for it, Branch Star. You go for it. And it's kind of bad that they've gotten so many fleas. So a lot of the farm cats may not be very well taken care of because they're getting fleas left and right. All right. And you got to go ahead and rest, sir. I think I might let him go out and scratch, though, because he'll get a low motive and he has a chance of getting sick. Oh, that makes sense. We'll let him go scratch. And then he has to come straight back and he has to lie down again. All right. And then let's see, back over here. It's kind of chaotic when we come and visit the barn because you never know what's going to happen. So I'm going to try just kind of pull back and let's see what happens with all of the different cats. Like, is anybody coming out to greet Otterslip? There's Owl Whisper. Here's Marie, the kitty pet. There's Hairbelly. So there's a lot of cats to come and get to know. So Cloud Pellet seems to have made a good impression on Otterslip. Now all of the clan cats are getting, and this is Wren Feather. So let's go ahead and socialize with Wren Feather because we've gotten a lot of, and Wren Feather is actually a little bit beat up too. Wren Feather has been around the block a time or two. Jeez Louise, that's noisy. You guys need to fix your TV and calm down. So yeah, Wren Feather has also been around the block a time or two. And where did the, Sniff Wren Feather. And is another cat that comes up a lot. So Trout Shadow comes up a ton. And then Wren Feather comes up quite a bit. And we've got so many fleas. We have so many fleas. So this is Wren Feather. What do we know about Wren Feather? Totally unknown. So it could be a grab bag. A cat with a few scars. There's Owl Whisper and Cloud Pelt. Alright. How's our impression of Wren Feather? Pretty friendly? Are we going to socialize a little bit? Let's socialize a little bit more. And see if we want to interact with any of the other cats. Alright. And then what does Sea Whisper think? Sea Whisper, for crying out loud. I know you're a young cat, but you need to get outside. Go here. Get outside. You're not sleeping inside. Branch Star, there you are, buddy. So Branch Star, you can come and you can just like, can you pee somewhere? I guess stalk for some prey. And then Thistlefish. So yeah, Duskwing, Emberbriar. And Emberbriar actually has a connection to Squirrel Leap. And you guys might learn about that later. Alright. So yeah, Otterslip seems to be getting a good vibe off of Wren Feather. And also seemed to get along pretty well with Cloud Pelt. So wherever Cloud Pelt went, that's another possible cat that we could add in. All right, and then where is, let's see, Sea Whisper, for crying out loud, and Hairbelly. Hairbelly is trying to come over, pounce and play with Sea Whisper. So we're going to ignore the fact that they're inside. Oh my gosh, I've got to fix this because this is going to drive me mad. In fact, I got rid of the TV. I don't feel that bad either because it was broken. So that makes me feel a little bit better. What the heck is even on the ground over here? All right. So there's Trout Shadow right here. Here's Cloud Pelt. Oh, and it's going to be a full moon. So we might have a new cat to bring to the next full moon. So is Cloud Pelt going to do anything? Can we play with Cloud Pelt like the way you want? Maybe chase? All right, we'll have to see how that goes. Branch Star is busy catching himself a bug to eat. And Sea Whisper is chasing like we told her to. And Otterslip is trying to take a little bit of a nap because she's really not feeling her best now. She needs to pee, she needs to sleep, she needs to scratch on things. I'm going to send her over here to scratch on this really quickly. So visiting the barn is actually really hard on our cats. Goodness gracious. And is, let's see, Cloud Pelt going to accept the playfulness? Otterslip is behaving inappropriately. Well, you can just back off, buddy. So yeah, and it looks like Sea Whisper is getting a chance to chase Cloud Pelt. So they had a successful little play. So yeah, we've got Wren Feather, Cloud Pelt, Trout Shadow. And I think those are going to be like the main cats that we might consider. And then there's Thistlefish. So I'll throw in a couple more who could kind of be like little random ones. No, don't you go ahead and sniff her. You need to remain wild, my friend. Remain wild and do your hunting. Hopefully you can find things to feed to your clan mates. And yeah, so visiting the farm is always kind of hard. But I think this has been a good opportunity to come over and just let these cats get to know each other a little bit. All right, get rid of the fleas, scratch on the sofa. Yeah, and these two are still chasing each other. So Cloud Pelt seems to be doing pretty good. Do we know anything about Cloud Pelt's personality? Oh, there we go. Independent, hunter, and destructive. No litter, or like no mates. So there we go. All right, the farm visit is chaotic as usual, and we'll go ahead and pop back over and see how everybody's doing. Oh, and Bear Glow is back. He keeps trying to almost seem like he's digging something up at the ruins here, and I'm not entirely sure I understand it. But we'll let him go ahead and do some extra hunting, I suppose. And how is Quail Eye? I have no idea how his mate is going to react when she finds out. And I mean, look how peaceful clan life seems after having been over to the chaos that is the farm. Clan life is very, very peaceful now. And is Dawnstep? Dawnstep! That's so cool. So Dawnstep is watching over Quail Eye. I think she feels really guilty, like her inability to defend herself because of her lack of claws, her tragic lack of claws. As you guys know, her deep, dark secret. I feel like she feels like Quail Eye had to go out of his way to try to protect her because of that. And it makes her pretty sad because then he ended up getting hurt and almost dying. So we'll have to see how that works out. All right, and how are the kids? Stone Kit is taking good care of himself. And by the way, he's going to grow up any minute now. So we might have a very interesting gathering pretty soon where the clan cats can come together and we'll introduce the new cats of Branch Clan. And we'll also have to see, let's see, and it looks like Night Frost is catching spiders for Bear Glow as usual. She's very, very good about that. And see, Night Frost knows Wren Feather. So that might be another point in Wren Feather's favor. So you guys now know the facts over like what we know about the different cats. I'll put a straw poll in the link below so you guys can vote and let me know what you thought about that twist. Because like, I don't know what I would have done if Quail Eye had been dead. Because that would have been really tragic because I love all the cats and we've already lost like so many cats recently. So that definitely means we need to have some more kits as soon as it gets a little bit closer to New Leaf. So there we go, you guys. All right, a lot of drama this time and some new cats for Branch Clan based on the ones that you guys vote in. And we'll have to see how they adjust. And I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.